Special being a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. No matter where I am in the world, my Henslite bowls suit any surface and feel comfortable in the hand.
The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members. Visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the final day of the Henselite Victorian Open. And it's a jam-packed day today. What a star-studded lineup we have in this opening match. We've got a women's pairs final. We have Selena Goddard and Cass Millerick, who have already been winning events left, right and centre, up against Nix McKenzie and Kelly McKerihen. I'm Troy Stafford. Good morning, Tony Sherwell.
Morning, Troy. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Henselite Victorian Open Women's Pairs Final for 2025. We are speaking a little bit quiet this morning because it is real quiet in here, very early in the morning. A couple of other matches are just about to start, but they're time-limited games, so they had to wait, whereas our Women's Pairs Final has no time limit. So now there's a bit more action. We'll be able to be a little bit fuller in voice.
But yeah, we've found the same every day, that first up in the morning, people not here, they're sleeping in, they're going out for breakfast, all sorts of things. And other people are drawing resting touches, like Nix McKenzie.
It's an easy game. Also got some matches outside. I've got some under-18 events on a couple of greens outside as well, so we'll have their finals on the indoor later on today.
Yeah, under-18 boys singles and under-18 girls singles.
Terrific yesterday. We had under-18 open pairs and we had some integrated pairs, and also terrific Selena Goddard's second bowl.
So it's good to see they've started a bit scratchy this morning, haven't they?
Yeah, just haven't quite dialed in yet.
No, not yet. I think the girls just heard me say that, and I've got...
Shows you the danger of us commentating.
Yeah,
we're going to be real careful.
Apparently I'm the worst for projecting my voice.
Cass and Kelly are the most lovely people going around.
It shows how relaxed they are too, though, that, for some people, a Vic Open pairs final, they would be so nervous. But for these two, they've played in so many big games that it's another game for them.
Third bowl coming in for Selena Goddard.
It's finishing in a very good home. She had to be perfect around that bowl.
This is Nix McKenzie.
It's just spat out further than I expected it to.
Yeah, it's probably better though. It's certainly wide out in the open.
Yeah.
The path to the finals for Cass and Selena. In the round of 32, they had a 25-0 demolition.
Wow.
Round of 16, won 12-9. Quarterfinal, relatively comfortable, 14-8 against some very good opponents. And the semi-final, 19-4. So in good form on their way to the final.
Yeah, it's a dynamite combination.
Absolutely is. Both excellent draw bowlers.
As we've seen on many live streams this week.
Yeah, of course. Cass picked up the mixed pairs title already. Selena has picked up the women's triples title just last night.
And she's still going in the singles.
Not a bad event, is it? New Zealand International, now playing out of Cabramatta.
He's doing a bit of both. I think she's still...
Still a New Zealand international,
Yeah,
but
and-
playing in Australia out of Cabramatta, yes.
Yeah, but lives in New Zealand, I think.
Correct, yeah.
And just comes over for, well, lots of things
Various seasons, yeah.
now. Loves the multitude of events that we have.
Nick's McKenzie just asking Kelly, add a mat to her last. About 2 feet. Men's pairs semi-finals action, 2 matches underway there. The Mitchum pairing of Marley's dad.
Yes.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are.
Let's focus on this last bowl of Cass before we give those teams.
Don't think she's quite got the weight here.
No change. Last bowl on N1. Could well be the best. Just
a
got to
jack.
stop. Nope. Still good. That'll be 1 shot to Nick McKenzie, Kelly McKerihen, N1, of course, 15 N matches. Our paddler today, Peter Barnett. So men's pairs action on the very next rink, Nigel Malcolm, that's Marley's dad, and Andrew McFarlane up against Tyson Cromie and Brett Marnie. And the far rink, Aidan Zitterstein and Grant Catterick are up against Dean Curran and Doradale Shannon.
Andrew
All these matches being
McFarlane,
live scored.
affectionately known as Big,
Big Red. Yes. The path to the final for Nick McKenzie and Kelly McKerihen. The round of 32, they had a 17-13 victory. Round of 16 was 18-8. Quarterfinal 15-8, and their semi-final they got through on the last bowl.
Was an unbelievable bowl, Tony.
Yeah, I should say second last bowl to be honest, but
Yeah, they were
3 down and in a fair bit of trouble. Great bowl from Kelly.
So they were holding, I think, 3 on the crossover. Kelly's drawn a 4th. Jan Hurst's second bowl, she actually drew the shot or second shot.
Yep.
Kelly ran one of her own bowls through Jan's, popped it out and stayed for 5.
Unbelievable bowl.
And then Jan Hurst went through the gap.
Just missed. It was a great game. So they got over the top of that one, 12-11.
So based on that, it looks more like Selena and Cass have dominated a bit more. But it means nothing when you get to the final because you start at 0-all. And today is another day.
Exactly. And they didn't play the same opponents, so it's hard to line them up. But
No, that's right.
what we do know is they're both in the final.
And Kelly and Nix, I think, won the Sandbelt pairs this year.
Very strong region, Sandbelt, particularly on the women's side.
Yeah, well played, Selena.
Another touch-up.
Front hopper.
Without talking out of school, Nick McKenzie carrying a bit of an injury at the moment. This is the only event she's played in this Vic Open. She's pulled out of most things. Wanted to give herself an opportunity here.
And I gave a bum steer there. They didn't win it. It was Annette McCormick and Sammy Atkinson. So apologies to them.
Well, that's your one mistake for the day, Troy.
And it's 9:07. Gonna be tough for
What
the
could
rest
go
of the day.
4 finals to bring you today. It'll be an absolute belter of a day. Of course, we start off with our women's pairs final. We'll then move to the men's pairs final. We'll follow that with a women's singles final and a men's singles final to round out the day. We'll show full coverage of all 4 matches. If you want to join in the commentary, put a little shout out on YouTube or Facebook. Always like to be able to interact with people watching on BVTV.
Kelly's not far away here. She's got this.
Shot by
What a
a
shot.
little bit of jack. That'll be good
What
enough
a
for one.
shot.
You can see our paddler, Peter Barnett, just showing the white markers and the green markers. The players using Bowl for Your Lives rings. One of the charity partners of Bowls Victoria, doing terrific work for mental health. So green rings and white rings. Steve McKERIHEN on YouTube cheering for Kelly from Toronto, Canada. Of course, Kelly's hometown, home country. She's made a fair effort of this one.
Yeah, I like that call. The only danger is Kelly's bowl. He's not far away. Outside of it might flick it in. Played it well. Still down. Unfortunately for them, it locked on Selena's bowl.
Yeah, touch more speed than what was called for from Selena. But you can drop ones in these events and be still pretty comfortable.
She's on a similar track to her last. Both bowls just clearing that front
well
bowl.
played.
2 rippers from Kelly. She started slow too.
Jeff Tiley in the Facebook comments. I'll get in early. Been a fantastic VO. Great coverage, and I must participate next year. You must, Jeff. It is an absolute hoot of a time. Huge increase in entries again this year. Next year will be bigger and better again. More than $100,000 in prize money on offer. One of the greatest events you'll find, of course, courtesy of Morwell Bowling Club, Traralgon Bowling Club, Destination Gippsland and Latrobe City Council. All strong supporters of Bowls Victoria and the way we operate.
Morning to you, Gussie, BV Vice President tuning in, and Mickey West, one of our regulars. Yes, Lucas, Mel would want to be shouting all of us lunch. She's taken the money.
Yeah, picked up the $5,000 prize in the women's triples last night. Here's Cass with a bit of weight. 2 down. What can she do? There's going to be contact.
Needs it in the belly.
Ball through. Cups one out.
Yes, she does.
Well played. Nice upshot from Cass Millerick. Still went 1 down, but that's much better than 2.
Twice as good. Or half as bad.
2-0 is the lead to Kelly McKERIHEN. 2 ends gone. 15-end match, no time limit in a final. There is a time limit on the men's semis next door. Morning to you, Vince, watching from Leppington in Sydney. And Rhonda Malcolm cheering on Marley's dad. And Big Red, which is in the men's pairs. Semi-final next door, of course, that's Nigel Malcolm and Andrew McFarlane.
I'm tipping Marley's dad is Rhonda's son. Because I think earlier Rhonda tuned in and she was Nan.
Gotcha. You mean Marley's Nan?
Oh, Marley's Nan, yeah.
Morning to you, Matthew Riccardi. Looking forward to a cracking day. Glad to be able to bring you the stream here on BVTV. Selena Goddard's had touches on the opening couple of ends.
She's not far away again.
What about one for number 3?
Oh, she's not even trying.
Coat of varnish in it.
It's been the conversions of Kelly. You know, that last end, she played that big conversion. Oh, I thought she missed the jack, but there you go.
Not even a coat of varnish. She just continues on her merry way. And look at this for a response.
Yeah, 2 great bowls.
Good leads battle early days. Men's pairs semi-final, Grant Catterick up against Torridale Shannon. Catterick leading 3-1 after 2 ends.
Just needs to hold. Yeah, look at the weight of all 4 of those bowls.
Yeah.
Absolutely spot on.
Wasting no time in finding it this morning.
Just unfortunately that last one of Selena's fattening the target. So it's sort of a first in, best dressed here. They'll both be wanting to move that jack. Here it comes.
Yeah,
look at this.
Exactly that.
Lands the shot bowl, falls onto
What a
the
bowl.
jack and makes 2.
And again, a bit of a target.
Yeah.
So it's tit for tat in the opening stages of this match.
She was unlucky not to roll in behind the jack.
The other men's pairs semi locked at 1 shot apiece. It's Brett Marnie and Andrew McFarlane. Just 2 ends gone.
Selena's close too. This jack is not staying anywhere for very long.
Yeah.
What a standard early on.
50% of the bowls on the rink are touches.
And the other 50% were about 4 inches away.
As good as, yeah. Marianne Hargraves on Facebook saying, great commentating every day as well. Thank you very much, Marianne. We do appreciate it. We like to have a bit of fun on BVTV. And much easier to commentate when the standard of bowls is good. We've got that in spades this morning. Yeah, can't afford to leave 2 foot of space for Kelly McKerrihen.
No.
That's the shot.
They're going tit for tat here. I'd expect Cass to outdraw that now. With her next, of course. I mean, yeah.
She's not a mile off. She's got the line in, but about 5 feet through.
She might have less room, though, after this one.
Just going to hang around for second.
Useful.
Possibly. Yep.
I think it's third. Oh, no.
Second.
Peter
Yeah.
Barnett giving us the nod. It is 2. It's always hard to when you're on the wrong angle.
Yeah, not wrong. Our umpires today, Mark Law and John Graham, keeping a watchful eye over proceedings. Cass is just going to try and get around the pack, but not quite in.
I wonder if it's second.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
Good eyes. Last bowl, and number 3, Cass Millerick.
Can Cass stop this trio of ones? A trio of ones.
We've got just under 2 feet to draw. Not sure it's got the trip. Just wanting it to hurry. Needing Atari. Good effort, but just short, so they'll pick up.
Oh, two.
Oh, it was two,
Okay.
so there we go. It's 2 mistakes, Troy. And, I don't even know what the time is, so we just consider it a nil-all draw. The other award we'll present today, Troy, is the Barb Gilbert Medal, the best performed player across the Victorian Open. So some finals today that'll have an impact on that, you'd imagine.
I'd say at this stage, Kevin Anderson might be leading, having won
He's
two
won
events.
2 events, yeah, of course. Having won the mixed pairs and the men's troubles.
But I think, for me, the front runner is actually Selena. She's won an event already, having won the triples.
She's in a final.
In a final, and she's in a semi-final, so she could win 3 events.
Certainly could still happen. Having said that, she's 4 shots down here. Very early stages, just 3 ends gone.
Morning to you, Glennis. Glennis used to be, she's known me since I was about 3 or 4, or probably 0.
10 years then.
Yeah. She lived next door to my grandfather in Mortlake.
There you go.
Yeah. A bowler herself. Glennis and Michael.
Mortlake's down in the southwest, I think, isn't it? You
Yeah,
call
it's about half an hour north of Warrnambool.
Yeah. Nice little part of the world.
It is. Clark's Pies there.
Ooh.
Very good.
Why is it you and I judge every area by their pies?
Well, Harry's dad said the same thing to me because he's from around that area. He said, I used to always go to Mortlake because I wanted to get a Clark's Pie.
Unusual end here. 2 bowls in, no touches. Haven't seen that too much.
I know we're not allowed cash for comments, but can we have pies for comments?
Yeah, no, ACCC's fine with that.
Yeah, righto, cool.
A bit of a pick-up over in the Catterick, the Shannon men's pairs semi. 7-1 after 3 ends to Grant Catterick.
Big start.
Yeah, he and Aidan Zitterstein were very, very good on our stream a few nights back now.
That was against the Heathmont boys.
Yep. Speaking of very good. Very good bowl from Selena Goddard.
I've noticed early in this game, the leads have played 2 ends away and 2 ends back. They've been tighter heads going back to the clubhouse.
It's a slightly longer end.
Yes, yep.
Cass Millerick yet to win an end, but don't be too surprised to see her go effectively tee to tee if she does get control of one. Although she probably can't argue too much with the start to this. Length from Selena. 3 very nice bowls.
Yeah, we're all in the area.
2 shots is the lead at the crossover.
Yes, the Moama crew have picked up a bit of prize money, David. You are correct. And can't wait for state champs. Well, we're going to give you 3 days off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we'll be back on your screens again on Thursday.
Can't wait. State Champions Week, of course, up in Bendigo with the assistance of the City of Greater Bendigo. All held at Bendigo East Bowls Club, who do a terrific job every year. Kelly just sits an opposition bowl down. No change though, still 2.
Perfect weight.
A little touch on the jack could bring that back one in. But
Yeah.
be a touch careful.
Yeah. Wants that sort of right side of the jack as you see it on the screen. Just doesn't want to sit jack high. Well, that stops the big weight, but it's not what she's electing anyway.
Brett Marnie picks up a single on the rink next door. Now leads 2-1 after 3 ends over Andrew McFarlane. Just going to find...
Oh, she got a friendly. Oh, that's helped. She did put the hand out to apologise there.
Yeah. All these players all know each other very well, so they'll understand that that was a bit of good fortune. All these matches being live scored on Bowls Link as well, so you can follow along end by end if you aren't able to tune into all the commentary.
Oh, and a bit fortunate she might have got it back.
Yeah, Nick's McKenzie says, I reckon we're down to that.
Yeah, one turn on her own will get it.
Look at the leading display of Tyson Cromie on the rink next door, Troy. He's got 2 within about 3 inches. He really has been bowling well. Of course,
Yes.
played in the integrated pairs yesterday as well.
Made the final.
Made it all the way through to the final. Come up against a red-hot Sammy Atkinson and Lucas Protopapas. Last bowl for Cass Millerick, holding 1.
She hasn't got a lot on. She's got a dead draw on the backhand, but she can't afford to turn the pink. Or she's got to play the forehand. She's got to play the right weight so she doesn't turn the blue. She wants the middle of those 3 bowls.
That's the shot she's going for.
Don't think it'll hold enough.
Nope, no change. They're on the board. Nick's McKenzie, Kelly McKerrihen leading 4-1. We've played 4 ends of this 15-end match. Crowd building ever so slightly. As we said earlier, plenty of action outside with under 18 boys singles and under 18 girls singles being played.
30 entries in that. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's huge.
First time we've ever had junior singles here. So to get 30 entries, a bit like the integrated yesterday, first time we've ever run that, 24 entries.
Yeah, really, really positive vibes yesterday, though. Some absolute superstar para bowlers out there.
Yeah, it was one of those good field days.
Yep. Thank you, Terry. We'll fix that up for the women's singles. So just a reminder, the schedule today is women's pairs final at 9 a.m. Men's pairs final semi-finals are on at the same time. The men's pairs final will be on at around 11:30 a.m. alongside some women's singles semis. And then the women's singles final will be just after 2 o'clock, and the men's singles final will be just after 5 o'clock. All those times are a little bit approximate, depends on early finishes and so on. So plenty of action if you can get down to Traralgon Bowls Club today. Last opportunity to see Lyella in the Henselite stall and pick yourself up a set of bowls, or shoes, or bag, or some accessories. Got a great deal on at the moment during the Vic Open, $50 off a set of bowls.
Or if you were listening to the marketing director, Jasmine, she made a bit of a faux pas and accidentally said 50% off.
I rushed over there to get another set. Nick's McKenzie just a touch hot. Will stay up though, so not lost. And just next to the Henselite stall, as Lyella gives us a wave from the other side of the building. Just next to the Henselite stall is Campbell Derrick, who's got all the VO merchandise. And does all the club clothing on behalf of AM Sportswear. Got some fantastic designs, so if you're looking to perhaps update your club's gear, Campbell Derrick at AM Sportswear is the only way to turn.
Does good quality stuff too.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The new hoodie range they brought out for the Vic Open.
Yeah,
Look amazing.
Loving my new hoodie, but it's always so warm in here. I haven't had an opportunity to wear it.
Yeah, outside today's a little bit cooler than other days, but they're always warm in the indoor facility here at Traralgon. Nick's McKenzie pushing the shot bowl through, but not quite far enough. Still shot. If you've just joined us, this is the Henselite Victorian Open for 2025. This is women's pairs final. Our combatants today, Selena Goddard leading up for Cass MILLERICK. They're up against Nix McKenzie and Kelly McKERIHEN. Good international flavour here at the Vic Open, not just in this match with Kelly hailing from Canada and Selena hailing from New Zealand. But across the Vic Open, we've had entrants from all around the world. Great bowl from Cass MILLERICK. First time she's really had a bit of room to draw. Makes no mistake.
The other interesting thing too, Tony, so last night, women's triples final, Selena and Kelly were teammates. And now they're opponents in another final. So it's one of them's going to get the double.
Yeah, I wonder just what time that would have changed. It was about a 5 o'clock match. They would have been celebrating from about 7:30 onwards. At some stage, they would have locked eyes across the table and thought, hang on, you're my opponent tomorrow.
Do you reckon...
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Do you reckon if they were, you know, shouting a drink or something, they might have just put a little extra in there?
Just to try and throw them off the next
Yeah,
time.
that's right. And they've just got a Coke and they pop something in the other one.
No, they're all good mates.
They are.
All played in very good spirits. This one's going to be just under, so no change there. Still a couple.
Blocks that hand now, though. I think she's going to be forced to draw the shot on the forehand. Looking to beat that Cass MILLERICK bowl, the white one. Got to get round Selena's first.
Does it have the journey?
No.
All right, so both skippers with last bowls to come. Cass on the forehand. Certainly dictated this longer end. So far it's working.
If she's around it.
Just got to get
not
around the
quite.
front traffic.
Oh, it's not quite.
Probably blocks up the hand a little bit for Kelly. She does have the back bowl though.
I think it'll just encourage her to play it a little quicker. She's got options. If she's tight, she can run off her own, but she's actually looking at the backhand, looking at turning Nix's bowl, so she must really not like that Cass MILLERICK bowl there.
Yeah, got options either way. He's got a very good drive. Does Kelly McKERIHEN. Backhand it is. Looking to come up through the two blue bowls of Nix McKenzie.
It's not a bad effort.
It's a very good effort.
Nix just getting in the way, but look at the effort.
And there'll be a couple of shots to Selena Goddard and Cass MILLERICK.
Tightens this match up.
And with that, we'll have a change in commentary. Enjoy the rest of the match, Troy Boy.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Tony. And just while we get our new commentator in, just go through a couple of the comments. Katie O'Halloran, our Bolsvik board member who did a bit of commentary with us, can attest to those hoodies. They are great. Morning to you, Brendan and Kevin and Unch. And now I'm going to introduce someone who we do give a shout out to every now and then, and he's been doing a power of work all week for us, and every stream he's there, Premier League, all sorts of games, region sides, he's there, and he's there about 3 hours before because he's got to set up all the cameras and all the equipment, and then he's got to pack it all up at the end of the day. So the beauty of an event like this is that he sets up at the start and packs up at the end, doesn't have to do it every day. So morning to you, Josh.
Good morning, Troy, and good morning, viewers.
So tell us a bit about what you do and how you bring this amazing product to everyone at home.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've absolutely had a blast here these last 10 days. It's been a fantastic event run by Bowls Victoria, and we love watching all these bowls, and I love bringing all the vision to the viewers at home. Sorry, I just got to keep an eye on these cameras. So yeah, I've got 5 cameras here, as you can see. There's one behind each of the heads, obviously, and then I can bring up shots like this, bowler, and then switch to the back. So it takes a lot of concentration. I've got to sit here. I've got a couple of stats. I've so far streamed 34 games. This is game 35. And by the end of the day, we'll have streamed 38 games for a total of about 75 hours of bowls.
It's a lot, Josh.
I think I've watched more bowls than anybody this week.
Yeah, you probably have, because
if there's a viewer at home that's watched every single game, I'd like to hear it in the comments.
Absolutely. Because I know I try and watch a little bit, but plenty of other things that I have to do. So
you're a busy man, Troy.
I can't watch as much as I would like to, but when I get on commentary, it's my favourite part of the week because I do get to watch these games, and the standard's been unbelievable.
Unbelievable. As we see another fantastic bowl from Selena. She is on fire at the moment.
Yeah, Selena's started very, very well, and Nix is not far off. Gave it a chance. And Mel's just saying, love your work, love watching on the big TV, comfort of my own home. Yeah.
I'm happy to be able to bring it to all of the viewers and everyone in the clubs that pop it up on the big TV and get to watch this coverage of the games. It is an absolute, like I said, blast to come here. I'm not much of a bowler myself. I dabble. I'm a barefoot bowler.
You're looking at getting more into it though, aren't you? With all the games you've watched, you should be an expert.
I'm starting to get really into the nitty gritty. You know, learning everything, or especially listening to, because I listen to all of the commentary obviously as well. So it is absolutely fantastic game, and I'm really getting into it.
Sometimes I like to go a bit random, Josh. Now, did you ever watch Ghostbusters?
Of course I watched Ghostbusters.
And they'd be sitting around, and then all of a sudden the alarm would go off and it'd be, we've got one. Well, we've got one. Mel Fuller has said the Fuller household has watched every game.
We've
loved
go.
it.
Well,
so we've got someone that can match you.
There we go. Thank you, Mel, and thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all my hard work. It's been a fantastic week here in Traralgon. I've the facilities, the staff have been very welcoming and have absolutely loved it.
All right, as we see, still 3 shots to Cass and Selena. That's a really good home. There was some danger behind there. We'll just turn your mic up a touch, Josh.
Oh, yep. Thank you for the viewers at home. I'm not used to doing this. It's my first time jumping on. I listen to a lot of commentary, but haven't done much commentary myself.
And then, of course, they say men can't multitask, but I can see you're going all right.
I'm still trying to keep an eye on all the cameras, like I said, and follow the action as we chat it through, as we see a bowl come down.
Yeah, so she's cut it to 2. So as it stands, this would put Selena and Cass into the lead, but Callie's still got a bowl to play. She's now given herself a bowl in the head so she can, she's got something to work with.
Just tracked out a bit there.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Callie give this a chance now. Land the bowl. She's got 3-1 catches. Okay, 2 down. Whilst just walking to the head, we can let you know Pidge is 5-1 up over Andy McFarlane, and Grant Catterick is 9-1 up over Thor Shannon. And we see a big weight. Just cutting under. She might get lucky. Oh, she did get lucky. And again, puts her hand up. But
let's watch that replay.
So that's the other.
Slow-mo.
That's the other thing we love, Josh, is when you get those replays going and slow it down so you can really see, you know, where the jack is ricocheted and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. I love some of those big drives. Watching the Kev Anderson drives yesterday was just an absolute highlight. I reckon I'm going to do a highlight reel of just his drives. It was a showcase. Seeing how the force of the ball hits the other balls and
bowl. If you're going to get into bowls, we've got to call them bowls. Got to get the lingo.
I'm working on it. So as you can see, I'm doing a bit of tracking. So all these cameras are what we call PTZ, and they're all remote controlled. So I've got a little controller here at my station, and I can see all 5 cameras on a little monitor, and keep the viewing. As I watch each of the bowlers come to the head, I can adjust for the length of the mat placement, length of the bowl, and try and frame it up nicely so that everyone can see all the action. Obviously, we've got graphics and lower thirds and advertisements and
bit going on.
There's a bit going on.
Scoreboards,
live scoring. So, yeah, I love to bring all of the technology and everything to the viewers.
Kenny, just to answer your question, this is a 15-end match. Dead ends are replayed, and there is no time limit because it's a final. Now, Josh, tell us about your business.
Oh, thank you so much, Troy. Yeah, I've got a business that brings the technology here to the broadcast of lawn bowls, and we work very closely with the team at Bowls Victoria to bring all the action. But apart from that, I also do, I come from a corporate background, so I do a lot of live vision and live streaming, and my business is presentlive.com.au, so anyone out there that ever wants some live streaming or in corporate or sports or I just went to the wrong camera, everyone, sorry, getting distracted. Yeah, can help you out. So yeah, hit my website up.
So if you were at home and you run a bowls tournament, is that something you can assist with if they wanted to have it streamed?
Absolutely, yeah. We can get out when I'm not doing it for you guys, obviously.
No, that's right. We're going to take priority. but we have a calendar that we've given you, so you know the days that we require
100%
your services.
Help out any club, anywhere, anytime. So, we're always on the lookout for more business, obviously. So, yeah, thank you. It's been... like I said, a fantastic event here, and just really enjoyed bringing all of the cameras and streaming to everyone at home.
And we have another one, Josh.
And
We've
we
got
have
Erica, who said, "You guys kept me sane. I broke my shoulder. Sorry to hear that. Last end of our pennant final, which you won. So I'm glad you won it. You obviously put everything into it. And Erica's also watched every match." And then, as we were saying, we'll give everyone 3 days off, and then we'll be back on your screens again from Thursday up in East Bendigo.
Yeah, I get to go home for a couple of days and see the family, pack up all the equipment, drive home to Melbourne, and then a couple of days later head off and then up to Bendigo East, the beautiful Bendigo East Bowls Club, which always put on a fantastic event as well. I was there last year, and looking forward to returning.
And then, of course, you have a counterpart. So yourself and Brad, who
Yes. Yep.
work very, very well together on all of this.
Yeah, we've worked together for quite a few years. So yeah, we chop each other out when we need to. So I've looked after this one, and he'll be heading up to one of the other events later in the year. But no, I've really enjoyed working with Brad and bringing all of he does all the back end sort of technical stuff and helps me when I need something goes wrong. And you know, with technology, you never know. So it's always good to have that support. I've also got my just a quick shout out. I've got my Uncle Rick. He's watching up in Wangaratta. He loves the bowls. He's a great bowler at the Wangaratta Bowls Club. So shout out Uncle Rick.
Uncle Rick does message in every now and then.
He certainly does. As we see another fantastic bowl from Kelly coming down. Is it tracking in? Has it got the legs?
Oh, it does.
Oh, good bowl.
That's 3. So with similar time in the end last end, it was Cass and Selena holding the 3, and Kelly was able to kill the end. A little fortunate, but the end did kill nonetheless. And now, fast forward one end later, it's Nix and Kelly holding the 3. So important bowls. You know, skipping's not about what you do, it's about when you do it. And if you can do something when you're 3 down, even if you don't get shot and you get second shot, it's worth 2. Yes, Kerry, all our games are stored, so Facebook, YouTube, you can go back and watch them all. The game, I mean, all the games have been unbelievable, but the one that's just a smidgen above that I thought was absolutely outstanding was on...
Can I guess?
Yes, you can.
Mitch side bottom versus... who was it against?
You're on the right track. Singles.
Pidge.
No,
it was...
Matty Flapper.
Matt Flapper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That was absolutely outstanding bowling.
Men's singles, last 16 matches. We see Cass is close to this jack here. Can she get a piece of it? Oh, she's got the hole. Oh, it's a cruel game.
Yeah, I'm getting to know all the players.
You are.
Obviously, I'm starting to learn all the names of everybody. Everyone comes and says hello to me as they wander past my little desk. And, gone to the wrong camera again and again. And I'm back on the right camera.
Oh, this is another one. That's a big end. I think we're going to see a 4 here.
Ooh.
And as we do that, we're going to thank you, Josh, for all the hard work that you do and the efforts you put in to bring this great stream. And thank you for your time in chatting with the viewers today.
It's an absolute pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the last day here of just some exceptional bowls again with all of these finals. I am in for a ripping day of watching some lawn bowls.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right here still.
And with that, I will introduce star player in her own right, Liv Cartwright. Morning, Liv.
Morning, Troy. How are we?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
You know these girls pretty well, one in particular.
I do. Cass. I've played a lot of bowls with and against Cass, so I know her game just a little bit.
Yes, and won the triples with Cass last year, Vic Open
We did,
triples.
yes, we were successful.
And this year, who put you out?
Leanne Paulson and her crew pipped us on the last end in the sectionals. We drew them, so we played.
Tough section.
It was tough. We played them at Sale on their quick synthetic. It come down literally to the last bowl of Cass's. Missed the bowl by about an inch.
Yeah, right. It's a cruel game.
It is.
But it's a big start here now with Nix and Kelly picking up that 4. Does give them the biggest lead of the match. And Nix a good opener here. So what's coming up for you?
State Champs Week next week.
What are we qualified in?
Champs, pairs and triples.
Oh,
So-
I'm going to have so much trouble with the women. We've got you with 3. We've got Callie, I think's got at least 4. Gail Edwards has got 4.
Jodie Neville's got 5.
She's got Jodie Neville's got 5. It's
You love it. You wouldn't have it any
oh
other way.
yeah, absolutely. I wish everyone was just win one. Share the love. Why don't you girls ever share the love?
We try. They just happen to get close. And
Yeah.
when you're on a roll, you're on a roll.
Yeah, exactly. And Callie's been on a roll like no one I know
I
to
have
be,
been watching, yes.
you know, world number 1. Takes a lot of consistency. It's not just, it's not just winning stuff at this event. It's winning things all the time, all over the world.
Yeah, being consistent, I think,
Yeah.
in a game of bowls is the key to being successful. And,
Yeah.
Someone of her calibre, even Cass, Selena, Nick's out there, they're all consistent in their own right, and it shows because they're out here.
Exactly. That's why, Nix has been a state player, and so has Cass, and then Selena and Kelly internationally. Oh, she get down to that bowl of Nix. Oh, she got the wrong piece of it.
It's a big end for Cass here. She can still plenty of room to draw in. It's a vital end after dropping that number.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Any touch on the jack out to Selena's will be helpful.
She does have last bowl too, so if she can manufacture something, obviously early would be nice, but if she manufactures it with her last, Kelly will have no response. Kelly's going to add to the pain, I think. Yeah, that's in.
Count and cover, as they say.
Yep.
Good shot.
Always useful when you can cover and count. As you say, it's a really big end for Cassia. She does have an open draw, so nothing in her way. Every bowl, all 8 bowls are past the jack.
Right idea. I don't mind that speed. She gets to the purple. She's nearly shot.
Yeah, and there's plenty, if she's just, the other side of the jack, there's plenty for her to sit on. Is she going to beat that white? Not quite.
Cass doesn't want to lose much weight. Just adjust her line. She'll get the shot. Just on a higher line.
Here it comes.
Is it to hang around?
Needs to land something. No, she doesn't, because she's not even going to make it to him. She's drawn the shot cold. So the next event for us on the calendar is State Champs Week that you've been talking about, Liv. So we'll be back on Thursday, where we've got, in the morning, we've got men's fours last 16. And then in the afternoon, men's fours quarterfinal and women's pairs last 16. Thursday, the 3rd of April. No rest for the wicked.
Sounds about right.
It's players and us.
Yeah, correct. It's a big few weeks, especially those backing it up.
Yeah,
Here at
absolutely.
Big Open, then
Yeah.
state champs.
What have you done, Kelly?
It's close, I think.
That's
Wants
the
the
jack. Oh, she didn't get enough of it. That were all her bowls out that side. She would have made 4. That would have been huge if she'd got that.
Now we see a chance for Cass to really capitalise on this opportunity. She just drew practically nearly a back touch up.
Yep, and playing that backhand side, if she does get the jack, it is her bowl sort of out there. So,
Is it right? Nearly make 3.
yeah, it just means she, doesn't have to be timid and afraid that she's going to give it away.
Just don't know if this will get back right
No,
down.
it looks wider than the first.
It's trying.
Look at the weight. Super weight. Okay.
Good end of bowls weight-wise. They're all
Yeah.
within that near yardstick.
And not one bowl short of jack. Takes us to 8-4 after 7. And as we see, men's pairs, Pidge 7-3 up against Andrew McFarlane after 7. And the other one is Grant Catterick 10-4 up after 7. So those pairs are still on a time limit, 2¼ hours. This has not got any time limit on it.
Morning, Brendan.
Brendan's possibly watched every game, I think. He's a regular and loves it, and we love having him tune in.
I can say I get addicted myself if I'm doing some uni or just sitting there. Chuck it on. Why
Yeah,
not? I love it that
exactly.
much.
Yeah. I don't get a lot of time to do that anymore because I'm usually doing this.
Yeah, you're behind the scenes. Good starter from Nix.
Yeah. A couple of really good ends from her the last few. She's really picked up the pace, and she's putting a lot of pressure on Selena and then, of course, onto Cass.
I think in a pairs game as well, having that lead pressure really capitalises on the margins that you can gain with the skip conversions.
Yeah, really good.
Good
Really
reply.
good. You must be a trendsetter, Liv, because Mel said that's what she's been doing. Uni and bowls. Okay, so just a bit short, but probably blocks that shot that Selena just played. And she probably would have liked a second opportunity at it because she played the first one so well, but nevertheless, change of hands.
Get down to the jack here. She's got everything passed. Keeps the same weight as her last. She's a chance. She's not far away here.
Round the backs, no harm in that.
So outside we've got some under 18 singles happening. It is a bit fresher out there today, Troy. Don't know
It
if
is.
you've had the pleasure of enjoying the freshness.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad change because I went out there just for a little bit this morning, not a lot, but being in here in this great facility, but yeah, missing out on that fresh air.
Gus wants this to get down.
Oh, super effort.
Right idea. She's got 2 seconds. Touch on that jack is good. Gives herself a good chance with the next. Now she's had a look at what happens with that weight on that line.
Kelly just a little timid there. She knows if she overplays it, she could be down. Cass, a good opportunity here. Sit the bowl without the jack and make 3.
Even if she does get a piece of that jack, the chances of her making 3 are still very high.
She needed it to hold. Or probably if she wants to land that bowl, she needs a little more weight than that. It's only really jack high weight.
Kelly will be just looking to add another one here, but she doesn't want to make the angles any easier for Cass to get out.
She played this well. That's really good. Really, really good.
As we heard, similar weight to her first, just that arriving weight, try and change something, get the jack.
Yeah, not quite getting down with that extra weight. This would be huge if she could add a 3rd one here. A little bit shy. I'm sure she'd be happy with 2.
I don't know if you noticed, Troy, but Kelly, as much as this isn't an important final, she's also noticing over on the other rink, Cutters and his teammate are playing from Clayton as well, and he just bowled a good bowl. She took the time and watched that and said, you know, good shot and things. So she's playing like
cool.
that team game and things. So while she's involved in her own final, she is taking note of her club mates, which I think is such a great thing.
It shows great leadership, you know. Herself and Ali are the backbone of that Clayton club and that Clayton side, and as you say, 2 club mates playing in a semi-final that probably they've never been in a Vic Open semi-final. So yeah, great support, great leadership, and well done by you. I saw the result of the bowl, but I didn't actually look at Kelly, so I missed that.
I think as she got on the mat, it was like a good bowl, Cutters, and I was like, oh, there you go. Like,
yeah, that's very cool.
She's aware of what's happening.
Yeah. It also means she's relaxed. She's not uptight. She's not stressed. And we talked about that, you know. These 2 were giggling on the first end because whilst it's really, really important to them, they've been here before. They know how to handle it.
I think that's the biggest thing in bowls as well. The more you tense up, the more you get stress. It's generally the worse you bowl. So staying, you know, that calm, relaxed self, and like they know what works for them, like every bowler does. So having that giggle, especially with those 2, is definitely not out of their own personality nature.
Nick's has been really good the last few ends. And, you know, how many times have you heard someone say, oh, I think I tried too hard today? Yep.
Done that before.
Yeah, me too.
It's easy to do. Yeah. You should try and be perfect all the time, but we are human.
That's right, and especially in a team game, because you don't want to let your teammates down.
Absolutely.
Handy from Selena. So just a couple of stats here that are quite noticeable. There's only, in the lead battle, 6% short and 5% short. So that's outstanding.
That is.
And Callie's draw percentage, 63% as a skip, is outstanding. So it's, yeah. Shows the talent that's at play here. And of course, just as I mentioned, short bowls, we get that there's been nearly none of them. We get two of them.
Commentator's curse, always the way.
Everyone's good at something, and I'm good at that. No, these skips aren't going to let me down.
Totally on a good track here to add another one. Just wants to sneak past the front.
No, I've done it again.
They're listening.
Oh no, apologies. All right. Important moment here, Cass. 6 down on the card, 2 down on the head.
She's got the pace, she's close.
It's not far off. Oh, just under 2 feet short. Thanks, Dean. It's the players have done the heavy lifting for us with the standard of bowls, that's for sure.
Definitely. I know the other night we had it on our TV back at our Airbnb, and to say it was quiet was a lie. We were screaming, we were yelling. It's the funniest thing I've ever witnessed, I think. Yet I was probably the cause of all that.
Which game was that one?
What game was
Wasn't
that?
the Mitch Sidebottom and Matty Flapper game, was it?
No, I was here watching that one in person. I think it was the Sharon Jarvis, the triples game.
Okay, I'm trying to remember
Against... Who did they play? Did they play Kelly?
that one.
In a semi or something?
Maybe a quarter.
Maybe.
Needs a bit of action off these. She might have cut it down to 1. Wait for Peter Barnett to indicate. I think she's got the shot out of it.
Chance on for Kelly though. It is the
lucky.
only bowl in there.
Yes.
She gets the split or half of Cass's. It does go.
It can go clean. There's a reasonable chance though it's gonna crash into the jack or one of the counters as Big Red plays a big bowl. Don't know what he made, but that's what all the cheering was for.
I think. 4.
Gee, if he's made 4, that's just about levelled it up. It's 7-3 on the board, but there might be another end to go on that hasn't gone on yet. Kelly going around the back. Oh, yeah, okay. So they are holding shot.
That puts the pressure back on Cass now because they're at that stage of that game where they need numbers ticking over on the board. There is a shot and a chance for Cass to get hers through the jack, kind of out to that left-hand side of the screen where there's 3 of their bowls.
Yeah, it's just fraught with danger, isn't it? If you cut it off clean, it's one of those ones where sometimes the scoreboard dictates what you play.
Absolutely.
If they're 6-4 up, 10-4 up, they're not playing that shot. But if they drop this end, then it becomes 7 down, 6 to play. You're now in a scenario where you're more shots down than ends left in the game. I think she's just playing it a little more delicate, trying to turn her own bowl. It's just getting stuck.
Down.
That's their bowl though. It's another one to Nix and Kelly, extending their lead. They're now out to an 11-4 lead after 9. As we see Brett Marnie and Andrew McFarlane 9-7 after 10. And the other one is Grant Catterick 14-4 up over Thor Shannon after 9. Back to action here. Nix has been pretty dominant the last 4 or 5 ends.
I've noticed they're consistently like playing that middle long length, so I won't be surprised here if Cass and Selena manage to grab the end, they change it up.
Yeah, particularly, you know, move the mat position. Bring that mat up maybe. Just let Selena in, and Selena's not someone you want to let in.
Definitely not. She's definitely capitalised on that opportunity, which is vital in terms of the game and the scoreboard at the moment.
She's been an outstanding draw bowler throughout this match. I think Nix is confident. She left her chalk mark on, and with good reason. No need to touch that one, Kelly. Pre-chalked. Just didn't quite get enough of it though. Popped it in behind Selena's. Okay, she's made 2, but she's made a little bit of a target. You could see what her intent was.
Spell's big here. Selena wants to change the angles. A slip pass will be handy because at the moment it's looking very inviting for Kelly, and as we've seen the last few ends, she really capitalises and...
Yeah, she's a great converter.
Absolutely.
Looks to have played this well. She might even land this back one. Yeah, well
Good
done.
shot.
3 good bowls. Big shout out to our naming partners. We are here at the Henselite Victorian Open, and we're in a women's pairs finals match with Nix McKenzie and Callie McKerihen 11-4 up against Selena Goddard and Cass MILLERICK. Cass already having won a mixed pairs. Selena and Callie having won a triples together and are now opponents. And also thank you to Latrobe City Council, our host venues Terrelgan and Morwell, and also Destination Gippsland, along with Dandenong Club and Cass's own club Moama, for helping us bring the stream to you. This is our 10th and final day of action. It was unlike Kelly to drop short there. I think she sort of had in her mind, you know, I don't want to go searching. I want to try and put a bowl close. Just also a reminder, viewers, don't click any of those links that go in there because they're not sanctioned by us. So please don't click any of those links. Callie, oh, she's turned it, but she's cut one out. Couldn't have played it too much better.
She's got unlucky there. Weight was perfect.
Last 2 ends. The last end where she nearly trailed the jack for 4, and that one she could have sat for shot or trailed for 4.
Just looking to apply a bit more pressure here. She gets to Selena's up and over will be very helpful. Just sneak past is good as well.
Oh, it's another one. We might see more weight, do you think?
Just depends. She's going forehand, so we'll be positive.
Yeah, I think she's going big.
Get the bowls, get the jack back.
Swing weight.
Wants it to hold as long as it can.
It's just going on her, but that is her bowl. Oh, she just would have been lucky if she'd got it, but
Chance for a number here to tighten things right up.
the symbol on the back of the Clayton shirt is a cobra, so they're known as the Clayton Cobras. Not to say that there's actually cobras there, but it's, you know, it's nice to have something, you know, that a motif, something that
Absolutely.
that you represent, and you know, obviously the sea and the sea.
Good track again. Wants it to get down. See what they pull out here. Is it 2 or is it 3? 3.
3. That's an important end.
As we see the score, 7-11 after 10.
Yeah, just gets them back in the game.
As we see Cass and Selena just having a bit of a break, having a bit of a chat, assessing what's going to work for them from here. 5 ends to go. They are chasing a 4 shot to get back to all square.
Yeah, that 3 is going to certainly help. And we see Grant Catterick 14-6 up over Todd Shannon after 10. And Brett Marnie 9-7 up after 10 on Andrew McFarlane.
Seen a bit of a shorter end rolled by Selena.
Yeah, you did talk that you thought that that would be something that they would go to. There was a short end early in the game, or a couple of short ends early in the game, and both leaders were nailing it, particularly Selena though. How's that on the rink next door? In a semi-final, 2 the difference. Tyson had 2 virtually right on it. Nigel, or we're calling him Marley's dad, has drawn the shot. And Tyson standing on the mat as Nigel walked past and he gives him a high five.
Love it.
Such
Sportsmanship is unreal.
Yeah, so good.
And obviously Tyson played with Marley in the mixed pairs, so
True.
him and Nigel probably know each other just that little bit.
Yeah.
Or
And Tyson's just played weight, popped the jack, and now he's 2 down. We'll go back to action here. I just wanted to acknowledge that piece of sportsmanship
so
there.
great, isn't it? While we do come down to the pointy ends of this Victorian Open, there's still so much mateship and camaraderie that happens out there, which is important for the game, not just here but everywhere.
Exactly right. Doesn't mean they're trying any less.
Just shows that little bit more of respect.
Yeah.
A good bowl's a good bowl, and every bowl deserves to be acknowledged.
Inside you're going, oh, what did you...
As we see the leads here still trending with their within a yard shots.
And weight pretty well spot on with all 4. This looks to be the best of them. Yeah, right onto
Shot
the
there.
jack. Well done, Selena.
Cole doesn't want to change a lot here. She gets down to the last, touches a bit of the jack.
Got her bowl waiting. She's just overplayed it. Probably had in her mind that I had to be there. Didn't want to be short. I'm not going to mention short bowls though.
Cass just looking to add another one, get to Selena's wide one, couple rolls out of that, change the angles because it does line up to get back to the jack. Another one in there.
Just gives Callie one to come off though if she's narrow. So still at that point of the game where Cass and Selena have got to take every opportunity they can.
Cass doesn't need to add too much in the last couple feet. Will get her to the jack. It's a good home. Good shot.
We're going to see another yard of weight here from Kelly. Give her bowl a chance.
Wants it to get down.
Oh, it's not far off. It's another one
Yeah,
waiting. It's worth another one if she can get it with her last.
I think Cass desperately needs to
Yeah.
get something else in there, change something.
Get to that pink, or just turn the outside of the jack, tuck it in behind Selena's.
Speed's looking better. What's she gonna do?
Can she just touch that jack? Oh, land the bowl. Brilliant.
What a shot.
Yeah. I think we're going to see big
Sandra
late.
Millerick.
There's no big target, though. Okay, yeah, so she's... If she does go big and catches the very outside piece of hers, and Nick's bowl goes as well, they'll go from 2 to could even be 5.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if she just plays that swinging weight.
Yeah.
They do have the backers. Try and get something moving. There is the angle back off Selena's that does get back to the jack.
Yeah, that last bowl of Cass's is really causing the trouble here for Kelly.
Let's lock that jack in.
They get a couple here, it's only 2 the diff. Another huge moment in this game, but a very tough shot.
Far away. Wants it to hold on.
Don't think it's going to. Oh, is that another one?
Probably the unluckiest result out of all the shot selections.
She's had a few stiff ones. Okay, so that is back-to-back threes. And that makes the score 10-11 after 11. And I'm too nervous to go on. I don't know about you, Liv, but I'm going to tap out.
I think me too.
Yeah, thank you very much, Liv. And we will leave you in the uncapable hands of Sam and Glenn Saditis.
Well, Glennie, things are heading up. Back to 1 the diff with 4 to play. How are we going now? I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot, so I'm not really sure what's been going on. All I know is they've picked up back-to-back threes, as Troy said.
It's all been done at the front end by Selena looking at the numbers. Draw effective rate of 73% against Nix's 59% effective rate. But Kelly has been converting in a big way. And that is lended to the fact that Nix has only had 11% of her bowls being short. So Kelly's had everything to play to and been able to execute.
Good response from Nix. It's a shot bowl out. Didn't come out all that good, but it's all the result that matters, isn't it?
Kelly was giving it the come on wobbles all the way down. Come on wobbles.
How's an Origin, the big red? They've hit the front in one of the men's semi-finals in the pairs. 11-9 after 11.
I'm really torn about that game, Sam. I tipped
You're
Pitch
torn.
and Tice to win the entire thing, but the Mitchum boys are
Eastern Rangers bias.
good a blokes as
Dirty.
they get. No, known them for
bias.
a long time. And big fans of both of them. Just genuinely good fellas. Selena's just been a little bit off from what we've come to expect lately, and that's no insult at all. She has been bowling amazingly this week. She's set a very lofty expectation that is making this game nice and tight.
Women's pairs title on the line. $6,000 also on the line for first prize here. And that is a better shot. Great bowl scoring at the moment.
All she needed was me to mention the lofty expectations.
Extra end sort of stuff, Glennie.
Oh, please.
Come
I
on.
love free bowls.
Free bowls.
Well, it's like when you go to the basketball or the footy and you go to extra time.
For free.
Extra time? You mean my entry price? I've gotten bonus stuff for free.
This chair stinks, by the way.
Oh, I kneeled on that chair the other day and all you could hear through the headset was the big creak, and I reckon you're getting the
I'm
same
going to mute
thing,
myself every time.
It's sounding like a horror movie in here.
Right there on my TV. Runner up.
Shocking me, you're right out of my brain.
Runner up, 2,500 as well. These four know each other very, very well. Cass with a nice shot here on the forehand just to get a little touch of the jack. Good setup by both.
Just getting all the good musical references this week. I had Paint It Black by the Stones stuck in Tony's head for about 2 days.
How have you managed that? Shot here. What's the kind result?
Well, it started off with a musical rendition of "We Need to Draw the Shot, It Will Be Nathan Black."
Good shot from the pigeon. Splash the jack for a couple. Kel here with her first bowl. Wants to probably play arriving, I'm assuming, Glenn. Plenty of chances.
I'm not sure she got the weight to do that, though.
Oh, I think the weight was okay. Just missed the line. Oh, no, you're probably right in the end. That was only just draw weight. Sort of a good shot for both skips here.
She can pop both bowls, and if the jack does go down the line, Nix has got the 2 catches there for her. Dean Curran playing weight in that semi-final and things rattling around.
Now, good effort from Cass. Gets him another one in a Good position. It's a really good shot on here for Kel. Just needs to get the jack the right way.
Is
She
it now
changed her
backhand
head.
through the pink and black?
That's what she's
Crack
contemplating.
the egg. Staying with the forehand.
Mate, I've never really seen the big red Andrew McFarlane play. He's putting on a genuine clinic over there.
Mate, he's
starring.
Reads ahead really well. For a man of his size, he is well and truly 6'4", and no doubt cleaned some people up on the footy field in the past.
Absolutely.
He has a wonderful touch.
All right, so Kel played more weight then. It just went halfway down. They've now got one out the bottom right, so they've got chances on both sides.
Chances on both sides, and probably the two deepest bowls, so she can play a little bit more convincingly now if she chooses to. If you Cass here, you're just wanting to trail it 6 inches, try and tuck it away and hide it a bit. If you do that, you might just make 3 out of it. Of course, got the pink bowl that sits to the right of the white bowl as we look at shot now is the black and pink of Selena, so can play with some freedom to change that head. It's one of those situations where you'd almost rather change it than leave it as it is and potentially give one away, given that there is a shot there for Kelly to play for a few. Looks a good weight to
hope
move.
if it rips. Here it comes now. Glennie, how are we going?
Got that jack through to Selena's
Good
bowl.
shot, changed it up. Well played.
And that's what we see good players do. Be prepared to play a shot that changes it while you're holding. Never resting on your laurels. Backhand swing, you think here, Sam? Can turn Nix's bowl up through Selena. Jack clean's good. If she does happen to hang a bit wide, there is a little funnel that feeds off her own bowl and the white bowl of Cass on the way in.
See what the plant does, where that's getting it through the jack at the right-hand side. Kelly through Cass's. They're only 1 in 4, only one down.
Playing that backhand side, a little less weight than I thought she may do. I think cautiously happy to take the one down there.
I think that's all it was in the end. They'll take down Selena and Cassandra, and all of a sudden, scores level. Glennie, 3 ends to go in the women's pairs final. First of our finalists known as well for the men's pairs. That'll be coming up shortly after this game. Aiden Zitterstein and, is that right?
Yep, nailed it. Good on you.
Grant Catterick, 21-6 winners over Dean Curran and Thor Shannon. No need to play the last couple ends. Pretty fair performance and win that. Huge scoreline.
Just looking at the numbers here, Selena's held at the crossover 2/3 of the time, which has been putting Kelly under the pump. But individually, Kelly's been playing at a very good rate in that conversion role. In the recent ends, though, Cass was a little bit slow out of the box, but her draw effectiveness has tightened up in a big way. First 5 ends, she was only at 33% effective on the draw. She's lifted that to 53% over the last 5. In the last 2 ends, that effective rate has been up at 100 when she's been playing draw shots.
This one underneath, half a chance for Selena now. All the way back to square with 3 left. Put on the last 7 shots in a row, trailing 11-4. That was after 9, a huge turnaround, 3-3 and a 1 on the last end. Coming to a handy area here.
Nick's on a good track. It's going to be
Kelly's
weight reliant.
well pointed, still asking for this to hold as long as it can.
Little piece of jack would be nice.
Well played with the 3rd bowl. There was still too much room, wasn't there?
Absolutely, and it's making her first 2 bowls look better. There's only one direction that jack's going, and it's 2 Nicks. With contact on the bowl. Cass will have the opportunity to try and trail the jack off clean, but it may just get caught up on that last blue. We'll play the forehand side, sit and trail weight. She's very close here, sits the bowl clean, very nicely played. Kelly just carrying a bit of pace, not going to drop down in time, but will be another bowl in that catching zone.
A few there, 1 down, and cannot afford to drop a number at this stage.
Forehand again from Cass, probably wanting to change it up just a little bit.
Shot.
Oh,
What a shot.
good shot, but she
Side
has
knocker.
widened that target.
Sort of on the jack though, so doesn't have a clear path to trail as Kelly.
I think we might have just seen 3 shots to Tyson Cromie and Brett Marnie next door to knot that up at 12 apiece after 13.
Played a good end.
What a shot from Kelly McKerihen.
Made that look an easy conversion. Lovely weight control, turns a couple light into 1 up, and now Cass
Not only is she
needs
finished
to be
1 up,
careful.
but once again, she's finished on that side of the jack where if Cass doesn't get the jack clean, it is springing towards all of the white bowl for your live stickered bowls.
Weight critical here, as you said, Glenn. Cannot afford to overplay this, and the jack moves out to the left-hand side.
Having done all the hard work to get back to level here, it would be Rather disappointing to see a number drop.
Just trying to follow Kelly down on the forehand.
Looks a
Down to
good
the result
area.
now. Wants the bowl clean. Doesn't want the jack. Wants the bowl clean. What a shot. Central Miller gets it out clean. Huge time bowl. Played it with confidence. Couldn't afford to get it through the jack. Didn't. The words of Glennie, that was very effective, as it is on the stat sheet.
Fully effective.
Fully effective. Kelly's still with last bowl.
Good areas here from Kelly. Wants it to hold to both bowls. Can she
And
get
the
Jack moving too?
Oh,
Has
you're
done.
welcome. You're welcome.
Selena's bowl did run through to finish maybe a bowl or two past Jack.
Selena's doesn't run through. She makes the 3.
I think she would have made 5 if Selena's doesn't run through looking at it.
It's the measure for the shot.
No, I think they've taken one out. Taken one out, but I'm fairly sure Selena's is potentially cutting 4 others out.
Huge shot making by both skips. Results in a 2. Way of Nixon Kelly, and that is the margin. We are up and back in the women's pairs final. The Henselite Victorian Open for 2025. Selena already with a title. So does Kelly. Both taking home the women's triples final last night.
I anticipate we'll see Nick stretch this out here. They've both been playing Matt back, but Selena's been erring for a short to medium length the last couple of ends. I think Nick's will probably push that down to more of a 3/4 to full length. That's the length that got them their initial lead earlier in the game. Led by as many as 5 or 6 at one stage. Kell calls good angles. And that classical bowl after jack roll rhythm. He's good again. Backhand draw here from Selena.
Both giving the bowls a good chance on and number 14, keeping a close eye. And the other men's pair semi-final as well, Glennie. All square up and back. And a loose head. Team Mitchum holding one. Oh, they were holding one, not anymore. And number down.
Saying that,
just out the corner of your screen.
jack movement for Red here could make an absolute million.
Yeah, but
Set
it
the bowl
depends
for
if he's a
one,
heap
try
down.
jack.
Can't go searching if he's like 3 or 4. Change of hands. Forced into a change after the last bowl. Not a bad swap. Not a bad swap at all.
Needs the
Wants
cake.
to go with it.
Has
Wants to go with it.
gotten
Wants to
jack.
go with it. Oh, you just trail that for 2. Are you kidding?
Jack high bowl there that Kelly's just pointed out. The left of the 2. Asking you to get down to that. Use the inside corner of that bowl and fall in for shot.
Needs to rip.
Just carrying pace. Track's not all that bad. In fact, track's good.
Chance for Selena to play something similar here. Try and move the bowl closer to the line. Try and take that port away. Oh, wowee. Angus McIsaac sort of stuff. Where are you, Gussie? We need you. Makes the 3. A little unfortunate. Still gives Kelly a good look. Few angles to work with on the forehand.
Nigel and Red having a long chat here on the men's pair semi.
They're a heap down, aren't they, Glennie?
I think they look 4, maybe 5 down, but there is a shot on to trail Jack in the pit for 6.
Do you go and play it and win the game, or do you try and get as close as you can and cut as many out?
I think that's the
Give
discussion
yourself
that
a
they're
chance
having.
on the last end.
Of course, 2 big names in this tournament, Tyson Cromie and Brett Marnie. How many chances are you going to get to go and win that game at once? I had a good chat with Nige yesterday, and he said, mate, this is awesome. We're really happy to be here. Weren't expecting it at all. Thought we might get done in game 1 of the knockouts, and sure enough, they see them through to the finals day.
Missing along with their first, so a chance for Cass to try and get to it once more and change these angles. We're not going to do that, but a really handy spot. A good setup here, holding 3. Badkel to make the correction for line here.
Does look a better track.
Doesn't it? Down to speed.
That's where they've been ripping from.
I'll tell you what, Glennie, this has to score, doesn't it? Just needs the inside of this. Wow. An attempt. Just gets caught. Still might be 3. Yeah, the outside isn't going to turn the ball into the head. It's just going to turn it over. It's pretty locked in there.
Andrew McFarlane
He's
playing a
wide and heavy, isn't he?
way to land some of the back traffic. Cut 1, maybe 2 out. Still a big chance at 3.
Well, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on this, because Cass is not far away here. Getting all the way down. Wants to hurry now. All you got. Oh, hurries up to an enormous home.
Big weight from Kel here.
Wow, they might be 4 light. They are 4 light. The quality in the last 4 or 5 ends, Glennie, has ramped up. Both skips going bowl for bowl. And now it's Kelly's turn to come up with something. Her last bowl of end 14, just 1 end to play after this. Faces 4 down. See there, not a heap to play at.
Forehand swing weight through the white bowl. Possible kill.
I think that's the best.
Got the deepest bowl on the rink.
Yeah, even
anything
just
around Nix's short bowl is a big chance.
Chance to reduce as well. If it doesn't kill or score.
It does all funnel down through there. There's a few split options as well. Shaping up for pace. Searching line. Track looks good. It's turning through Nix. What's going to happen here?
Always looks like it needed to get up there a bit quicker. Just played searching speed, and well, a big chance now if Cass can somehow find room in that pack to add another.
Out of nowhere, a two-shot deficit could be a 3-shot lead for the Goddard MILLERICK rink going into the last end.
Well, they'll lead by at least 2, assuming it is 4. Cass finding a way to add another one in. Not narrow. tell you what. No way. No way. That might be in. That might be in.
I don't think it's going to beat the front blue of Nick's. Selena reaching for the measure.
I reckon it's pretty close, Glennie. They've already taken the 4 out. They'll hit the front. I think it is a handful. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant bowls by both. What a time for it. I've put that on the wrong side of the scoreboard at a bad moment. 16-13 it is. Selena Goddard and Cassandra Millerick take the lead. Glennie, I'm going to say for...
Other than end one, maybe the first time?
The first time in the match.
First time in the match.
Been all square, got themselves back to all square after end 12. 3-shot lead last end.
Good time to have it.
What a strange old game. The old lawn bowls, hey? Never know what's coming next.
So, of course, Kelly and Nix, 3 here for a draw, 4 for a win.
Three would force the extra end. That's got to go another roll at least, Cass.
I was feeling really good throughout this game, Sam.
I
In
was
the
feeling good for an
staff
extra
tipping, I'm the only one that took Nix and Kelly. Everyone else had Selena and Cass. It was a chance to
really?
make a bit of a breaking point in the points. 50 for a win, 30 for a runner-up in the staff tipping.
Still an end, and the jack's been rolled to a spot where the kill could potentially come into play if they need it.
That works.
It's not making it any easier for Nix and Kelly. Great start. Decent response. Gets on the end of the jack. Changes things up.
Amazing the small margins in this game, Sam. Look at the last end in this direction. Kelly played an absolute monster bowl with her last. Moved the jack back. Unfortunately, one of Selena's bowls went with it, and it was the thing that cut them out of holding 5. Sure enough, the very next end, Selena and Cass come back and get a 5 of their own. Both players changing the forehand after Nix moved the jack with her first bowl.
This becomes very important in the context of the title.
Looks a good bowl.
Was it ever in doubt?
She's done it all week long. Why would she stop now?
Oh, maybe it was because it might have run too far for the shot, but it gives them one thereabouts. One down.
One down's fine for them, though. Gonna sit inside Selena's bowl to make a couple.
Alright, so it was a 3 in the ring next door as the ladies cross over here, the way of Tyson and Pidge. So they lead by 3 heading into the last end. They are 1 down on the crossover. Keep an eye on that.
Cass.
You're kidding.
Drawing the lights out.
How good the last 4 bowls. Not the last 4, even the end where they end up losing. She played 3. She probably played last 7 bowls have been unbelievable.
So Cass's draw effectiveness across the game, first 5 ends 33%, next 5 53. Over the last 4 ends so far, she's gone at 92% effective on the draw. Crunch time in finals, think she likes it.
Fair few have come inside to watch the closing stages of this. Oh, what an attempt, even nearly sneaked the jack sideways. Couple seconds, Cass still needs another one thereabouts, but pretty happy the way that's set up.
Both games on the green at the moment, needing a 3 on the last end to force extras.
Cass still needs to get another one in there.
Yeah, it's a tough one. She doesn't want to widen the target anymore and create a kill option.
It's a really good shot, isn't it? But it's one in a couple. Are you kidding? You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. How do you draw a touch around the front like that? That is huge. It's now a couple. And a 3 comes quite a bit more difficult. Glennie, what can you see?
Forehand through the shorter of the whites, spring it. The area 2 feet past the jack, it is 2-0 there. Kelly does have 2 bowls remaining. If she can get the jack into that space, hope Cass misses, not likely. And do the damage with her last. Otherwise, it's 2 attempts at killing. Go again. She's going to play the backhand.
Looking underneath, might just go quick and maybe looking to restart. Is there any chance she can get both bowls? Needs to hold on. And with that, still has 1. Two more bowls to be played in the women's pairs final. What can Cass MILLERICK see? Oh, I've been advocating the last couple of days, Glennie, that there's always another shot at the blocker. That's a good view of it.
Andrew McFarlane on the rink next door while they're talking through this.
Sorry, Glennie, I think Selena's middle bowl beats Kelly's.
Not entirely sure.
Yeah, the only thing is that they could have 3/3 if both bowls somehow went without the jack moving.
Andrew McFarlane misses under playing weight. Nigel, Malcolm and Andrew pick up 1, but it won't be enough. Tyson Cromie and Brett Marnie through to the men's pairs final. Our next stream match against Aidan Zitterstein and Grant Catterick.
Let's see what happens, Glennie. Cass tries to get another one thereabouts or put something in the eye.
Playing the forehand side. Looks a genuine draw weight. Out of the hand early.
Inside of this as it works. It's rip now. Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm not sure she'll love where that's finished.
Wow, it's made it's made 3. Not that they need more shots. They just needed to fend the 3. And if there was any question if they had 2 or 3/3, well, they've got none now. Now 3 down, and Kel's best chance, you think.
If she plays the exact same bowl at the last, she now gets the split with the rattle off all of those extra bowls.
Very tough setup. I think she's got to get up through the front and try and look to get the jack out of bounds now. Very, very small chance that all 3 can go. Seen her pull off something similar to this in the semi-final last night, didn't we?
Part of the worry is for Kel that pink, blue and black and pink bowl all next to each other are about the area that jack may move. So she could hit it hard, jack rattle around and have it not get all the way out. plenty that could keep it locked in that general space.
Big weight on the back end.
She's closer than her last.
Not close enough. Not close enough. They've done it. They've come from absolutely nowhere to win the women's pairs final. And Selena Goddard and Cassandra Millerick down for all the match until end 14, where they picked up a 5. That was the difference in the end. Thanks McKenzie and Kelly McKerrihen, a huge performance to make the final. They led throughout, but when it matters most, Selena Goddard and Cassandra Millerick came to the party and added a second Victorian Open title to their names for 2025. And Selena Goddard is not done. She's in the women's single semi-final coming up very, very shortly. Back online around 11:30 for that one. Glennie, pretty fair game. Just give me the last 5 ends, those segments of Cass Millerick's last 5 ends.
93% over the last 5 ends on the draw.
I don't think there's too many skippers on planet Earth that are going better than that when it matters most in the title. They take home the title and the, what is it, $6,000 in prize money. A huge effort. Congratulations, Selena Goddard and Cass Millerick, your women's pairs winners for the Henselite Victorian Open for 2025. 19 shots to 13. We'll be back online around 11:30. We'll see you then.
We achieved my greatest dreams, one of the most special being a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. No matter where I am in the world, my Henselite bowls suit any surface and feel comfortable in the hand.
The Traralgon Bowls Club. Amazing food for you and your family. Function rooms for celebrating with your friends. Corporate spaces for meetings and conferences. With special benefits for members. Visit us today at the Traralgon Bowls Club. More than just a bowls club.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.